You are the most insufferable fucking... Shut up. Stop singing. I hate that. Can you just be in a room, right, and just not sing? You're like a theater fucking nerd, but you're not. You never were in theater. 1, 2, 3, 1. Shout out to Jorm. Shout out to Gabe.
Hey, Mike was there too.
You are fucking so insufferable. So fucking insufferable. And also, back to the... You were never in theater. You were never in music class. You don't need to come into rooms and try to start harmonizing and fucking singing a new song that you...
I wish. Do you think anybody clipped the end of that?
Of the stream?
Yeah.
I mean, I can later.
Can you? So I could just be like, this is what he's mad at me for.
God, you are so fucking terrible.
I would cut to it right here.
Like, you don't realize how fucking annoying you are. Like, actually. Like,
You just got here.
yeah, and you're already that fucking annoying? Like, how can you be that fucking annoying always?
I don't even
Like,
know.
Constantly. Like, it's always.
don't
You
even
don't
know what
ever
I said.
fucking...
Hopefully he can do it.
I mean, I know how to clip. I don't know how to externally clip, though. I don't think I can, actually.
Why not?
Oh, no, I might be able to save it from Twitch. I don't know. Because I can fucking clip on the site, but... God, you are so fucking... Oh, dude, you actually gave me a headache, and I'm still suffering from said headache. Don't flex on my podcast, dude. Dude, the only person that flexes on this podcast is me. I'm the only one that flexes on this podcast. And you know that. You come into my fucking house in the middle of my stream, in the middle of my TFT game.
You knew I was coming.
Yes, I knew that you were coming, which was very annoying because I texted you a while ago. Let's start this off with I'm trying to stream consistently now, trying to hit 100 subs. So make sure that you guys go tune in twitch.tv/YamesWell, and then down
We don't cross promote.
below you can fucking link your Amazon Prime to your
Stop
Twitch.
talking. I cut all
and
the
then,
audio.
and then Twitch Prime to me.
That's really... Anyways.
That's the best way to do it. So I started
1,
streaming. I texted you, "Hey,
2,
are you
3,
still
4?
are you-
4. I text you 4 times.
Are you still playing? I'm trying to stream.
Yeah.
Hop in." And then of course you just are always playing with people, and I already
Yeah.
had like a full group of people. So didn't have room for you to play. So you knew that I was streaming because I had texted you.
What's your point?
Then you texted me 4 different times, knowing that I wasn't going to reply because I was streaming.
Yeah.
Rather than just supporting your buddy and going to my Twitch stream and just type in one simple message saying, "Hey, I'm going to be over at 9, by the way."
I support you financially right here.
Financial.
I don't need to support you. With
You
the stream.
support me financially?
Yeah. I wonder if you turned off the audio from the computer.
I did not.
Of course not.
I mean, I have to do it every single time.
Can you just disable that sound from like? The
I
people
don't know
logging
how
in?
to.
You could probably figure it out.
I don't know how to. And I'm not going to go out of my way to figure it out.
I know.
I don't care enough.
I know.
I don't care enough about that sound.
I know.
That sound, for some reason, really bugs you. I don't know why.
I just can't imagine anybody listening to a podcast is gonna like little beeps randomly into it.
It's like a music device.
I don't think so. Anyways,
So you come into my stream and sit down, immediately see that I'm not doing too hot in my TFT game, which is a auto chess game where you just purchase units. Game doesn't matter that much.
doesn't matter at all.
You have 100 health. I'm at like 20 health,
Which is good for me.
Which is good for you.
It's good for me because you like to hold me hostage to things.
Yes.
Where I'd like to come over at 9 when I texted you 4 times, so you know what time I'm coming. You can prepare for me to be
Yeah,
here.
but you didn't tune into my stream once, so I had no idea that you were coming.
Anyways, so he knows I'm coming because I texted him 4 times. I'm going to be here at 9. I'm here at 9. He's still... Usually he starts playing... Sometimes he starts the game at 8:55.
Yeah.
knowing
This
I'm
game
gonna be-
usually takes about 40 minutes. It takes about 40 minutes to get through.
So luckily he's about to lose, which is just good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shit-talking him on the side, hoping he loses sooner so we can just start the podcast.
Okay. And so I'm at 20 health. He's excited, and it's not going too hot for me. It actually, I don't know why it went so bad because I had a good comp. I had everything good, but it just like didn't end up being well. Should I pause this because it's going to get really loud from those dogs?
Well,
'Cause I
if
think
it gets
people are
super
coming
loud,
out.
then we'll pause it. It's fine.
But then you sit down and you just throw in like these little lines like, "Oh, didn't get what you wanted, huh? Oh no, shouldn't have done that. ooh, you lost real bad. And you say it in your fucking little girly ass fucking voice. So it's really fucking annoying. You are so insufferable.
I don't think anybody on stream noticed me being like annoying to you.
No, everybody did.
People seem to be fine.
Everybody was like, damn, that fucking bald.
I read the comments. They were fine with it. They're just happy to see me.
No, they said, ow, my eyes.
Nobody
because
said
when you
that.
sat down, your bald head blinded all my viewers.
No.
I get about 800 viewers roughly, and they were all blinded by your fucking bald head. And then they were like, "Oh my, this guy's insufferable. When he talks, it's like nails on a chalkboard. When he says things like, I want to kick my daughter in the fucking face." And they say stuff like that. I don't know why.
What's your point?
Are they supposed to be bad things? But yeah, so then that caused me, and then I lost, took 8th place out of 8 people, and that made me, I lost. And
you saw red.
And you said something again. You said, thank God, or something like that. And I immediately turn off stream and scream at you. And everybody knew that I was angry. So they're like, oh no. And somebody said one of your favorite lines was, James turned off stream to give David the hands. But
you saying like, can you stop? I'm streaming. And they said, I'm gonna fucking punch you in stream.
God,
you're really mad.
You anger me. Like, you are the most. Like I said, I don't know.
Yesterday, you got really mad when you were playing Warzone as well.
Yes, you don't realize how annoying you come off. Like when you're everybody.
To you.
Every person, but
No.
but the thing is, you don't push everybody's buttons like you try to push mine. I want you to do.
Well, you also think that sometimes, even when I'm just being me, it's against you.
Yeah, because that's how insufferable you are.
No.
You have this aura of insufferability.
I think that says a lot about.
Like when people
being
get near you,
self-centered.
they start going. They start choking to death because
I think your self-centeredness just makes you.
No,
If
I want you to do exactly what you do to me to just any random person.
What does that mean?
And not Jackson, because Jackson will get very angry. That's a given. Do it to somebody like, I don't know. Do it to Dominic.
Do what?
He's pretty level-headed.
Yeah.
Just do your thing. Like,
What?
Oh no, that wasn't too good. Oh, why'd you do that? Everything that you imagine, change his name from Eric, which is, I don't know why you guys have just these generic names.
You're saying really specific things.
But change his name in game or something and just like tape over his name and put just Yames or something, just so that way you think that he's me. And everything that happens when he dies, say what you would say to me. When he fucking throws a C4 and accidentally hits the car, when he buys a self-res instead of fucking giving you money for a loadout, say what you would say to me.
I say it to your brothers sometimes too.
And he thinks that you're insufferable.
No, I don't think so.
Also, my other brother said, hey, you guys need to start being nicer to my brother.
To Neil?
Yeah.
We can't. Tell him to get better.
Yeah, he said you made Neil play by himself and told him to get better. When you guys had 3,
We took our ball and went home. We said, no, it's okay. We'll play over here. You play by yourself. Yeah, we did.
Which is so fucked up.
Well, I mean,
You know, at the time, it didn't sound so bad. And when when Adam reset it to me, I was like, oh man, that's harsh.
yeah. maybe we taught him a lesson to get better at the game.
Oh God.
And I would do it again.
Oh man, you are the worst kind of person.
I mean, you were just as bad. You were ready to do it too.
What?
You were ready to go.
You ready to go? What?
You we're not playing with Neil, right? Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Well, I did kind of say, hey, I don't think that we have room.
Yeah, when we did have room.
Yeah, and then you just clearly joined up and saw that there was. And you said, "Don't worry, I got this, guys," and you kicked them.
Yeah,
You're just
I
a
kicked him
dick.
from our party.
Oh man. But yeah, streams have been going good. The only thing is, I realize my bio is very outdated. And
It's been outdated.
stop doing that. Yeah, it's been outdated for about 3 years now. And it says on there about me being 21 and stuff. But
You're 24.
most recently, it's got...
outdated by 3 years.
Yeah, outdated by 3 years. I said that. And there's... I just have like in my bio, I don't know, there's like a separate part of the bio where like I put in something and there's like my whole like I'm 21. Stop fucking touching me with your toes. I fucking hate it.
Finish what you're saying.
And there's this like quote part where I put I'm here for, in quotations, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, dash Martin Luther King Jr., which is just a made up quote, which I realize right now,
not a great time.
Right now is not a good time to have that.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was made 3 years ago. And to be fair, he might have said that. Nobody knows.
Yeah, maybe that is a quote.
Yeah, but then I also didn't. I don't even think that I thought that in depth about, because he died young. That's probably not like a good quote in general to have.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I try to think of any celebrity. I used to, because there was this Twitter page I really liked at the time, where it would just throw random quotes and say that like JFK said it or something.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I took one of my favorite lines. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
And attributed to MLK.
Yeah,
Just leave it.
My favorite celebrity.
I mean, you can just... The James 3 years ago can't tell the future.
yeah, I know.
So what?
I mean,
what are you gonna change?
he could.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah.
That'd be insensitive. That guy.
Oh man, but yeah.
The Warzone game that was real fun for me to play was me, you, and our friend Yogi.
Okay.
And in the game, you acquire money, and everybody, the most expensive purchase in the game, you guys need to pool the money together to get it. I had the majority of the money. All one of my teammates had to do was give me their money, and I would have had enough.
Not even all of our money. I think half of our money.
Sure.
Yeah.
The first teammate goes down right next to me, and I was like, all right, cool, give me the money for the loadout. He just buys something else. And I was like, okay, great. At least I have a second teammate, James, to give me his money so I can do our loadout. James goes down. I'm like, money for the loadout? Buys another thing. And then both of them realize what has happened, and they go, oh, man, that's tough. So then now we're stuck in a situation where...
You know what I didn't like about it, though? Was how nonchalant Yogi was about it. And how... Because, he's just quiet in general and doesn't, like, say a whole lot. And... Then he also pushed it off onto me, though, and like it was 100% my fault. And he was like, James really screwed up.
So they both fucked up.
But he landed first. He was near you first.
Explain that part.
Yes,
we're past that.
Which
it's okay.
But it's funny that he was, and then he just like, even when you kept on pressing on it, he just never said anything. Me, at least, I kept on, because I'm vocal and I'm going to deflect. So
the thing that James bought was a self-revive.
Yes.
Which is,
whenever you die,
it self-revives you.
No, because you die, you don't fully die unless your team's entirely dead. You lay on the ground and you bleed out.
If you played Call of Duty Zombies, it's exactly like that.
And if you have a self-revive, you're able to do it yourself rather than have a team.
So these two guys, they don't have any weapons. I'm the only person with weapons. We all could have had weapons if we would have got the loadout drop, which we've already established that we can't buy because they spent all the money.
Yes.
So we get attacked by a group of people. They're running around like crazy, chickens with their heads off. They have no weapons. So I decided to go around back and try to tag with the guys because I was the only person. I'm already mad because I didn't get the loadout that I wanted.
Yes.
And then I try to take out the squad that was killing us. I go down, and there's a chance. They don't help me at all. I just die. Completely die.
Well, we had no guns.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I die. I'm angry.
Yes.
I'm upset. James dies. Self-revive didn't help at all. Complete waste of money.
I mean, at times it's helpful, but a lot of times...
This time was not helpful.
In most times, like if you get in a fight and you don't have backup from your teammates, you just die. So you were already dead, and Yogi, I think, was still looking for guns.
So I'm trying to poke and prod, and So I start saying things like, fuck, well, at least that self-revive came in handy. Oh.
Yeah.
And James was getting more upset.
Yes. Because I was playing not well that game.
Yeah.
At all. I was getting like just lasered from like directions I didn't see.
So our last teammate, Yogi, survives.
Mm-hmm.
And he manages to get enough money to buy one of us back. It is not me. It is James. And I said, okay, Yogi, if you get enough money, don't buy James back again when he inevitably dies. James lands on the ground and immediately dies.
I land on a loadout. There's finally a loadout that's able to be looted. Somebody's camping it. Instantly
As the
kills
words
me.
left my mouth, because he inevitably dies. He dies immediately. I go, okay, great, now buy me back.
He runs around for a while.
And James doesn't continue to talk really. And then Yogi.
Well, no, at some point I even go, he starts doing a mission, and he's at the last part of the mission, and he has enough money.
He has enough money to revive one of us again.
Yes.
Does not buy me back.
He buys me back.
Buys him back. And the whole game, we didn't win the game.
No.
My teammates trolled me the whole time.
Yes.
And my level of anger did not even come close to the level of anger that you got in the 30 seconds I was talking to you about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you guys deliberately fucked me over.
Okay,
consistently
here's the thing. Even
game.
on the second thing, I even said, buy David back, and then when you guys finish the scavenger, get me.
More reasoning why I should be more upset, because two people were fucking me over.
I didn't fuck you over that game.
I explained how you did.
Purposefully.
You trolled me by playing like shit.
Yeah. But then you did that to me all day today. You played like hot garbage today.
I just want to say, if you have to ever wonder who's the real child of this relationship,
it's you.
It's you.
I figured out that Superstores might drop. This is the conversation that I just like shouldn't even like go into on the podcast, because it's just gonna be us talking about video games again, like fucking nerds. But yeah, Superstores definitely.
I mean, what else do we have to talk about?
Not a lot.
All we have to talk about is what like happened. We had like a decent podcast. It got corrupted because we didn't have enough storage on our computer, and then we made an okay one. I think we've gone 2 weeks in a row uploading late. One of them didn't have to upload late.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna name names.
But you forgot.
Somebody forgot
to text me to tell me that.
My fault. I forgot to text James to upload the podcast.
Because you know that I don't even know what day these get uploaded.
Yes, you do.
No idea. No idea at all.
You know what was upsetting is that podcast I got. It was a Thursday, so when we did it, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have like some cushion. Like I don't have to do one for a little bit." And then I had to do like one 3 days later, and I was like, "God damn!"
Yeah.
And now we're doing it Thursday. It's just been so many back to back.
Yeah, the issue with that is we don't have enough going on in our lives.
Nobody does.
Nobody has enough going on in their lives.
I saw people outside at a restaurant.
Did you?
That's the most interesting thing that has happened to me. Is that I saw.
Is it illegal to spit on people now?
No, that's fine.
Is it?
That's no problem.
Has it ever been illegal to spit on people?
I don't know. You do it to me all the time, so you tell me.
You know how many, every single type of bodily fluid has left my body and gone on to you at some point.
Except for semen.
No, that has.
I guess we can talk about Avatar. I finished this show now.
We talked about that for only technically one podcast, but two technically.
It will be the third one for us.
I don't want to talk about it because I'm not finished with it.
Yeah, well, where are you at?
Middle of season 2. Like 5 episodes in. Azula has come in and...
Are you
you know which one I just watched?
Ba Sing Se yet?
Nope.
Yeah, tough.
I'm at the part where they went back in time. Zuko has Zuko on his own. Zuko
alone.
Yeah.
Zuko on his own. What a worse title. How do you butcher something?
Well, no, because I wasn't even trying to say the title. I just said like where Zuko's by himself.
Zuko is away from other people.
Zuko near no one else.
By himself.
Yeah.
Zuko.
Where they go in to explain that his father pretty much didn't, but pretty much.
What did you say the Adam Sandler quote was that I was trying to say?
I don't fucking know. I forget everything that happens ever.
This is how I succeed.
No,
This is the success I have.
What is the actual quote?
This is how I win.
Okay, I was going to say that, but I definitely didn't say
No,
that.
you said something way weirder.
This is how I catch those dubs. This rack up
Him and
W's.
KG dap up, and that's the end of the movie.
Oh, man. Dude, I do love the Safdie brothers. I just want them to drop some more shit. PS5 got announced today.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank,
Yep.
God of War.
Didn't pop.
No,
That's-
I don't know
that's pretty
anything.
whack.
That's all I got. I don't know anything else about
Yeah,
this.
all I know is that people keep on tweeting about how it looks.
The PlayStation?
Yeah.
The controller?
I don't know why they keep on doing it, but it's like different things.
Do you
like
remember when the initial release of the PlayStation was revealed?
no,
And the PlayStation Boomerang controller was shown?
no.
So the PlayStation controller basically hasn't changed since the original iteration. They've added just small changes to it. Mm-hmm. But from PS2 to PS3, they were going to just make the controller a boomerang. It was just going to be a completely different design. And then when it came to launch, they just made it the regular PlayStation 3 controller.
Well, I mean, if they made it a boomerang, it'd just be because ergonomically, that's the best fucking
Boomerang?
a Z-shaped. If it was Z-shaped, it would be the best ergonomical.
Like what?
The PS2, PS3,
You think that's the best
PS4
controller?
cut. It's ergonomically by far the best. It's like
You think that better than the Xbox controller?
Yeah,
Really? Wow.
I mean, it's just better. I don't think that it's even debatable.
It is debatable, actually.
I don't think so.
Well,
Because it's smaller in your hand.
I was a bigger fan of Xbox 360 controller over PlayStation 3. I had a PlayStation.
I only played Xbox.
I
as a
had
kid.
PlayStation. Like, I owned the PlayStation first, and I liked that 360 controller better. I just thought it was a better design. I liked the way that the analogs were diagonal. I think that really fucked shit up. You know what was the worst design controller? Of the modern era?
I mean, it's fucking don't tell me. GameCube.
Nah, let's say in the past 15 years. 10 years? Is GameCube?
The Wii.
Well, it's hard to say. Well, I guess it's
Definitely the nunchuck in the
the one I
fucking.
wanted to say is I wasn't trying to say the actual worst. I was just saying the fucking Wii U controller. Sorry.
The Wii U sucked.
So the gamepad was like interesting, but like, that Pro controller?
Never used it.
Imagine an Xbox controller. You know how the analogs like that?
Yeah.
PlayStation controller, they're down here.
Yeah.
Wii U controller, they're up there.
Yeah. Whack.
So
you had to hold the controller like this.
I mean, you held it normally, except your thumbs just went up higher.
Yeah, that's how I'm holding it.
Isn't that fucking? I hated it. It was the worst thing. I honestly think the
PS4 is the best.
PS4 controller, Xbox One, and Switch controllers, they're all fantastic. All three of them.
The Switch.
Pro controller's
What's
fantastic.
weird is that when the Switch came out, I thought that was the worst thing. I was like, why are they giving me these two tiny little things? But it's different also because for you, right? You have little girly hands or whatever. Like your hands are like made for knitting and stuff. My hands are made for like sculpting like rocks and stuff. So like I thought that those Nintendo Switch controllers would just crumble in my hands because I'm so strong. Because they're so tiny.
I blanked out for a second because I just ignored everything you just said.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
Yes.
Back in
You're not going to take in what I said at all?
no, I don't.
Did you catch anything?
No.
So I hated the Switch controllers when they came out.
You're doing it again?
Yes.
Where I pass this?
No, because I hated them so much.
Because they're so tiny and they've broken your hands?
Well, yeah.
Is that what you said?
For you, this might not even register with you. This might be why. Is because of your little girly.
I'll let you say the whole joke again, and I'm gonna tune out again.
Your
so I
little
can say
girly,
what I wanna
your
say.
little girly knitting hands. You know, you got those. You could churn butter, which is also good for jerking off dudes, which you do. So they probably sit in your hand nicely. For me, hands that were made to move mountains, to I don't know what's manly shit. Fucking lift up buildings, flip ATVs.
Are we done now?
I thought that it would crumble in my hands.
There's the punchline. Okay.
Okay.
So when I went to college for that small year and a half before I dropped out,
Tell them what happened.
I just stopped going to class.
You exposed yourself on campus.
Yeah. After
you exposed yourself on campus.
then I stopped going back to class.
Yeah, just stop
From the
going.
restraining order.
Yeah.
We had a speech class.
That was weird. You never fell in love at that college, huh?
No.
That's cool.
Speech class.
Yes.
So,
A girl that you did love, though, was going to go to that college.
to that college?
Yeah.
Who?
The one that you loved and, the one that I also loved.
Anyways, so the speech class was one of the only classes I did well in.
Okay.
Like, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
There was a this one kid, a nerdy kid, and one of those kids who had a beard like you, sorta, but he didn't realize it was fucking weird, like he had it normally. So
I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
he was like a hardcore nerd.
Okay.
Played video games like crazy.
Yes.
And just like wouldn't do the work for the speeches.
Still breastfed?
Still breastfed all the works. Mm-hmm. And we came to the final speech. It was like one of the most important ones. You could do a speech on whatever you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided his speech was to do why he thinks Nintendo should stop making consoles and they should switch from to only being the third party kind of a like publisher, essentially. Only make games and put their games in other consoles. That was like his speech, right?
Okay.
He did none of the work for it. So like he didn't do any of the outlines or anything, and he needed the speech to be good in order to like pass the class, essentially.
Yes.
At the end of the speech, people could ask whatever questions they wanted. And I honestly think the question that I asked him made him pass the class because I was the only person to ask him a question. So this was before I know.
Okay. Continue.
I helped this kid completely because I'm a hero.
You're a martyr.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Was his speech decent?
it was fucking whack.
Okay.
It sucked. It was just like whatever. He was just saying how like nobody plays Nintendo games anymore.
Just wrong.
Wii U. Era.
Oh, yeah.
Wii U era.
Okay.
And that like Nintendo's just like a failure and like they suck and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. And that only their games are good and like nobody's ever gonna buy their consoles anymore, pretty much. Okay. Which is weird now thinking of the Switch.
Mm-hmm. One of the most successful.
So
consoles.
because I also like I know like I follow video game consoles, and I knew that. So the highest selling at the time for the Wii U, the highest like selling Nintendo consoles, it was like the first one, the NES, and then after that, all of the sales progressively went down. Like the SNES sold less, the GameCube sold less, the Nintendo 64, they all sold less than the predecessor.
Okay.
Except for the Nintendo Wii.
Yes.
The Nintendo Wii just like blew everything out of the water. It was the first time Nintendo had a hit since the original console. Mm-hmm. So why did that happen? It was because like the Wii hit like a market of gamers that never, like the casual gamers, the parent gamers, the people who thought like that was a workout thing. It kind of was a gimmick, essentially. That's why the Wii just hit like crazy.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because none of the games, that was
smartphones didn't exist at the time.
That was one of the eras where games for the Nintendo actually weren't that great either.
Right. Yeah.
Super Mario Sunshine was the worst Mario. It pandered
kind of to like the lowest demographic of like all people. What did you say?
Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario.
That's GameCube. Stupid.
Nah.
Mario Sunshine.
It was on the Wii.
Wasn't.
I played it on the Wii.
Galaxy was the Wii.
Yeah, that one was good.
So
Super Mario Sunshine sucked dick.
So I asked him the question. I was like, hey, and I told him that. I said, hey, everything.
Okay, I might have played it on the GameCube.
Yeah. Also, the Wii U tanked like shit.
Yes.
So his argument was like, they should just do this. And I said, well, what are the chances that Nintendo all of a sudden just finds this new gimmick that nobody's thinking about yet? Be like the Wii, where the Wii like hit this market of gamers that never played video games before, your grandparents, your parents, and then it explodes. It's a huge hit. Do you think that Nintendo has the possibility to just find a new gimmick that's just going to be hugely successful and it like pulls them out of this like thing? And he was like, he like thought about it and he's like, nah, I still think they should go third party. And I was like, I don't know, man. You never know.
Huh. Why do you think that made him pass?
Because it was the only time that like it was like we had like a little argument about it, and he said his point and I said my point.
Okay.
And then that like made his speech like long. It gave him more time in the speech, and like it seemed like he had more thought to his shit.
But he didn't.
It didn't, but because I said all of this stuff about like all the consoles going down into the Wii, and then it just added to the conversation.
I mean, at the time during the Wii U, it's not that bad of a thought process. I mean, because they do make some of the best games consistently.
Yeah, during the Wii U era, they even made pretty good games.
What came out?
They made like
Brawl was. I mean, what was?
I mean, Smash 4.
Smash 4 is dog shit.
Right.
It's by far the worst.
Smash 4?
Yeah.
No, Smash Brawl was the worst.
Brawl
which was weak.
Brawl was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
What do you mean?
People would tell you not the case.
Smash 4 sucks.
Anyways.
Yes.
They had technically Breath of the Wild was a Wii U game, but whatever. Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze, Yoshi's Woolly World, games like that.
Never played any of them.
Right.
I played Smash 4.
Smash 4 is good.
That shit
dog
was
shit.
Dog shit. It was so dog shit. That was the worst game I ever played.
But it was like I predicted the Switch right there.
Hit a new gimmick.
Potentially.
Pretty much.
I actually do. At the end of it, I was like, yeah, I don't even think they're gonna do it. I posed the question. There's a possibility.
That they did.
So if we could go back in time, I'm just trying to say I'm a genius. That's what I'm trying to say. What were you saying?
About how you were a genius.
Okay.
It is crazy though. I guess I never really thought about how bad their consoles actually were. Because in general, right, if you think about it, other than the original, I mean,
well, at the time, the original one when it came out, the NES, it was right after the video game crash.
Yes.
Because Atari was popular.
Yes.
And then they had it had competitors of like the fuck, I can't remember the names. It's like a Famicom. No, that's wrong. The ColecoVision, I think is it.
Oh yeah.
That's one of them. But they were all just like these whack ass shit.
Yeah.
And then
arcade games, pretty much.
Yeah, but like even
that we
just even
know of as
worse versions of Atari, essentially.
Yes.
And then they made they licensed out games like an ET video game.
Yeah.
And they made maybe hundreds of thousands of copies that nobody bought, and it crashed the whole industry essentially. They made so many games of ET that they went out to Nevada to bury the games just to get rid of them. And that's a fact.
That's so goofy. Because there's no laws out there. Which there's starting to be no laws anywhere.
So then when there's no market, the NES popped up as the only video game console. And then everybody in the world loved Nintendo.
And it was good. I mean,
and then Sega came out, and then they had a competitor. So that's why the SNES didn't sell as well as the NES. NES had no competition. SNES had Sega. And then Nintendo 64 had to compete with PlayStation. And then GameCube, fucking nobody bought that shit.
I mean, in general,
even though GameCube had great games.
GameCube had some of the best games.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the ergonomical fucking controller. That controller just was
You hate it? I love that controller.
Yes. I mean, because of the nostalgia of it and all that.
I didn't play GameCube ever.
Yeah, you like it for Smash.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's
so bad.
On Smash, that controller's fantastic.
It's really bad.
Smash is designed for that controller. You don't like using it?
I mean, it's my favorite controller to use for Smash.
Yeah, it's
but if
fantastic.
I had a PS4 controller, I'm sure that I'd learn how to use that one better.
I can't.
I guarantee that if you say at the time you were given both controllers, game just came out. First time you ever see Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
First time ever, they give you the option.
Wait, does that controller have all different buttons and none of them are the same? And the analogs are different sizes? Give me that one. Yeah. That's what I want.
So bad.
And it's not evenly weighted?
Which one was it that was the GameCube but worse because the analog stick was right here? Was
The
that
Nintendo 64.
was this N64? Also, like they just made such shit controllers.
Hey, you ever see the video that how to hold a Nintendo 64 controller? So it has the Nintendo 64.
Yes.
It has 2 notches here for your hands, and then
Yeah.
also one center one.
Yeah.
So most people hold it, one on the center, one on the right. So they go like this, and then the third hand grabs the other one because it's designed for 3 hands for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's so stupid.
I think their thinking was like, oh, if people want to play different, it's like it's theories like if you want to play 2 different versions of a game where you want to use these buttons or these ones. But you end up just using one fucking side the whole time.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's such a bad setup.
But like, it's the first one who had a fucking analog stick. You gotta
Yeah.
give them the innovation. Who had analog sticks before that? No one.
I guess, but still, it's still so dog
It
shit.
is stupid. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
you're telling me you want to use a PlayStation controller over that? Give me that.
Well, here's the thing. I have 3 hands.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me.
Yeah, it's no problem.
For 2-handed, plebeians. God, I growing out this neck beard is making me just say neck beardy
I know.
fucking things, and it's turned this into a complete game podcast.
Don't
now.
worry, I got more.
Do you?
Nintendo 64 controller. So you know the nunchuck,
Okay.
like on the Wii,
Yes.
how it's just like basically that with the analog stick. That's essentially just the N64's middle part, just broken off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like
GoldenEye. You
What
played
about
that game?
No, that's a dog shit game.
You didn't play that game as a child, huh?
No,
That game was so good.
is it? You have to play. You have to use that dog shit controller.
Yeah, but
Donkey just made a video on it.
On
Yeah, about a
GoldenEye?
year, 2 years ago.
I gotta watch it.
He was just like going back to playing GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's dog shit. The controls are terrible
Yes.
compared to modern standards. But then he was like, if you take GoldenEye
and compare it to any other game.
no,
at the time?
if you take GoldenEye as like and put it on the computer as a ROM, and you give it like controls of modern day, where like the mouse, all that.
Yes.
It's a great game.
Yes.
It's just the controls are just whack back in N64. So
Exactly.
it's just like a well-designed game.
And at the time, there was like really no other shooters. Like, I remember playing
yeah,
that.
there's like Quake
Quake?
on the computer
Was it out there?
and Doom, shit like that.
Yeah, might
but
have
like not console
Yeah.
shooters,
Yeah.
except for like Doom.
Just the big ones.
Yeah.
Just the big ones. I never got into Quake and Doom and shit like that.
Yeah, neither did I. Most people get into GoldenEye. Also, that's your era.
Less nerdy. I've been watching a lot of UFC lately.
How is this less nerdy? I'd even say it's more nerdy.
Why would you say that UFC is more
I
nerdy?
feel like UFC is a nerdy sport.
Dude, fucking Joe Rogan likes it.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan's the coolest guy alive.
but Andrew Schultz was just on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's like, "What do a lot of nerds like jujitsu?" Like,
No. A lot of nerds like Taekwondo.
I remember Drew from Anytime Fitness.
Yes.
He was a big time nerd,
Yes.
black belt in jujitsu.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I don't know if he was black belt, but he loved jujitsu.
A lot of nerds that I knew growing up, like in
But
like in
that's
elementary
because
school. and
judo
shit,
wasn't fucking.
in elementary school, everybody took Taekwondo.
Yeah, because 15
And,
years
like-
ago, judo wasn't a thing.
And those were the kids I'd push, and then they'd be like, "Yeah, but I can spin and kick you in the face." And it's like, I just pushed you down. How are you going to,
What the is a rear naked chokehold? Is that judo?
dude? I mean, it's just
What's a
a
fucking
submission.
judo? What's a fucking judo move?
It's throws. Judoing is like
Whatever.
throwing.
Yeah. Okay. So that's today's like version of that.
Okay.
I'm saying like the nerds would fucking go to. It just that didn't exist 15 years ago.
Nerdy people go to judo.
Yeah. No. Over Taekwondo. Who fucking does Taekwondo anymore?
Nerds.
No, that doesn't
Yes,
exist
the
anymore.
dorkiest fucking people that I know are like, yeah, I can throw a kick at you, and it's like, I'm not going.
These people don't exist anymore. They're just in your mind.
I'm going quote the greatest president of all time,
Okay.
John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
You're not going to get the chance, stupid. You're not going to kick me. You're not going to kick me ever. If somebody came up to me with some Taekwondo moves and started like, "Wah, wah," and they're like 5'2", I'm not going to let them kick me in the face.
What's the
It's just not going to happen.
What's the biggest person you think you can take? What's the smallest person you think can take you?
like a specific person?
Yeah.
I could take out Brock Lesnar.
Okay. What's the littlest person that can take you out?
That can take me out?
Yeah.
Vern Troyer.
R.I.P., dude. Come on, man. That's not cool.
Dwarf Mamba.
I don't know who that is.
Logan Paul's friend.
Oh, man. Is that one okay? Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Is he the cool person of Logan and Paul? You
Yeah.
see, people actually
I like him a lot more than the other guy.
Jake Paul?
No, Logan Paul's like Mike or whatever.
I don't watch them. I don't know anything about them.
He's on what's his podcast called? Logan-tastic. Logan-tastic.
You got it.
Impulsive. That's what it is.
Impulsive.
Where did I get Logan-tastic from?
No, I like that one better. Maybe we should.
Maybe I should send him that.
Maybe we should switch our podcast to Logan-tastic.
Logan-tastic. He has like this guy on there who fucks like
E-girls?
No, not e-girls.
White women?
Porn stars.
Oh.
He's dating a porn star or whatever. I don't know. I don't dig his vibe all that much. I actually don't mind Logan Paul on his podcast. And people, I guess, are liking him more now recently based on his stance that he took.
He just, he screamed you can't just not be racist. You have to be anti-racist. He screamed it. So everybody liked him.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
him and KSI are friends now. I just watched on Let's Get the News, whatever that is called, Logan-tastic.
Yeah.
With Keemstar. Is that Logan-tastic with Keemstar?
I don't know why that. I mean, Logan Paul said the right thing. Mm-hmm. Everything he said, yeah, that's correct. Mm-hmm. It just feels.
Does it unwrite everything?
No,
that
it
he's
doesn't.
Done?
It doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Filming the dead people.
I mean, I don't.
Kind of just being like generally.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's fine. You know what I just realized? I just watched this video recently. It was a H3H3 video with iDubbbz.
Okay.
Back when Logan Paul first became popular. I've completely forgot that the reason why he became popular. Do you know why?
Why he initially became popular.
Like his first very
besides
big
Vine?
Besides that, yeah, his big very viral video.
His first, the blind video.
The colorblind video.
Yeah.
And that
how he just faked it.
Yeah,
it's clearly fake.
He even talked about it on Logan-tastic with Mike.
How he faked it?
How he faked it, yeah. He said he was very excited for it because he actually is colorblind, which even in H3's videos, they bring up facts where he's said other colors and kind of color coordinated, which is weird. Maybe he is colorblind, but he's talked about how it was fake. But he made this video where he wore glasses and it was like, oh my.
He has this emotional reaction that's it just transcends time and space. He just fucking he can't handle the emotion of all the colors, and it's clearly a fake video. There's no person over the age of 10 should think that video is real.
Yeah, and H3 and iDubbbz make a video parodying that.
Yes.
And they're like, oh my god, this is so great. And it made me realize that there was a time where people didn't really hate Logan Paul, but even from the beginning he has always been this target and a person that made videos very what do you always call my fucking tweets on Twitter? And
cringy.
Weird.
Fucking forceful.
Pandering. Yeah. His videos are very pandering, and they always have been. And it just made him a target forever. And then it kind of turned into him making one bad mistake after one bad mistake, and then
Jake Paul
showing this dead person.
Jake Paul also. The thing is, people didn't know the difference. So they just if they quickly heard Jake or Logan Paul and didn't really think about it that much, they're like, why do I keep hearing about the same fucking guy?
Yes. And that's been an issue recently. Did you hear about this? Because Logan has been dealing with the Black Lives Matter stuff very well and has been saying the things that you should say as a
huge platform guy.
As somebody with a platform, he's been doing the right stuff.
Yeah.
He's been saying the right things.
Okay, what is it?
Things that normal people should say.
Oh, and Jake is looting.
And Jake Paul went and started looting.
Yeah, right.
With a face that's
theoretically
very detectable.
He also said he was like, I didn't loot. I was just there documenting our experiences in the town
Yeah.
that we are. But he also had like a bottle of vodka in his hands from like people's videos and shit like that.
Yeah. And it's just very
and he got arrested by the police.
It was very scumbaggy of him, because like even then, like, this isn't a time to be making videos unless you're making like a video that's like specifically for the cause.
Yeah, you know what? It's just like,
But like documenting something like that, like
it feels like there's ways to do it, and every time, like you want to
He
give these,
misses the mark.
you guys want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt, Jake and Logan, but every
Yes.
time you do, it just seems like they slip up and they do something weird.
Logan Paul's been pretty good lately. He hasn't been missing the mark as often.
Probably not.
I mean, he was just a young kid, like, fucking up. I mean, he's older than
You probably
us,
like him
but-
more than I do. I don't dislike him, but I don't hate him either.
I don't know. I don't think that he's terrible. Like I said, I've watched some of his Impulsive. It's not bad. I don't think that he is pretty good at. The issue that I had at first was obviously he's very like every YouTuber is kind of fake.
Let's say me and you went to a party, right?
Yes.
And he was there.
Yeah. I'd go up to him and talk to him.
Would you be friends? Would you try to be friends with him?
Yeah. You probably wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't.
But I also like.
I also wouldn't. I wouldn't be like mean to him or whatever.
I'd walk past him and spit on him.
I would just.
There's a video of him
I would
getting
just try
spit on.
probably try
Actually.
to ignore him.
Yeah, probably. I could see that. I mean, I don't think that I'd also go, but I also don't go up to people
Also,
and talk
let's
to people.
let's say you are you're popular enough where people see your stuff, and he says he's a big fan of yours, and he wants to be your friend. Mm-hmm. Are you friends with him?
Yeah.
You'd be his friend, right?
I'd be almost anybody's friend, though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't dislike people unless they do something that...
To you?
Yeah. Or, like, something that just, like, really grinds my gears. Like, stuff that you do.
I think...
Like, as soon as I can drop you, bam.
I think I would say... I think, honestly, if the same thing for me. I make anything popular or noteworthy, and he wants to be my friend. The thing is, I probably would be his friend because I have no spine.
Yeah, you are spineless.
And I'd want to...
Yeah.
I don't...
You actually
I'd
rolled
wanna-
down my stairs like a slinky because you have
I'd
zero
want
spine.
to step on the heads of him and
Yeah, you want to use them to raise you up.
and take his empire.
Yeah.
I would be...
Hey guys, David Lee Miller here with another vlog.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I think like in my head, I'd probably want to be like, no, fuck this guy. I'd never be his friend. But I'd probably be like,
I mean, to be fair, like,
I'd probably be in his fucking corner, like recording behind the camera, being like, get him, Logan.
go get him. You got him. Yeah.
Or like
fuck you, KSI.
or that kid who was recording Jake when he went to the haircut thing at Jeff Weddick's, and he's like, man, fucking Cody Co is such a bitch. Just like behind the camera, like hyping up Jake. That's probably who I'd be with Logan. Just be his hype man behind the scenes.
It's so goofy to me.
That's probably who I would be.
Yeah, probably. You are very spineless.
Yeah.
That being said, I just like, I don't know. I don't really have issues with people. But I do like, I kind of give everybody the chance, and I do try to be friends with almost everybody. And I'll even change up to be friends with people.
What do you mean?
Like, I'll say things, I hate this.
Just ignore it.
David's putting in
Just
contact
ignore
right now. And I didn't like any second of it.
You'd have to watch.
That was disgusting. But,
It's not that gross.
wait, I have this common misconception.
What?
Contacts aren't the exact same size as your eyeball.
What are you asking?
They're just like as small. They're like as big as like just the color part of your eye, right?
They take up the whole eyeball.
See, I thought that you had to like squeeze them like in half to get them in there, and then to make it fit in your eye, and then it expand on your eye.
You're right. That's how they work.
Is that?
Yes.
Does it hurt to put a contact on?
Every time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
Have you ever seen it's this movie called X-Men, and when Wolverine retracts his claws and then they come back to his skin, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
It seems like that.
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, do you go, yeah, I am stupid. I am an idiot? Or do you walk through the door and you go, just another day of me being me?
And I literally walk through the door. I don't open it. I've had to replace that door 8 times.
I can't believe I keep doing this.
But because I'm so self-centered and trying to close that fucking door. Who left the door closed? No, actually, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing that I do is long division, Pythagorean theorem, stuff like that.
Let's say of the 6 people that were watching the stream before you shut it down, somebody might be like, when they watched it, because you were really mad.
Yes.
And they might be like, how are those guys friends? I mean, he was so mad at David for seemingly nothing.
He wasn't. They didn't say that Fru was for nothing.
We're having such a great time now. I wonder if anybody would imagine that this is what happens.
Well, people have this common misconception about us, like, all the time, though. Like, there's a lot of ups and downs in our friendship. Like,
okay.
And then a lot of downs, and then ups.
Downs.
Then kind of steady, cross, down, steady, cross,
yeah,
up,
sure,
down. Mm-hmm. There's that, right?
Yeah.
And people think, like, one, you and I can't have a serious conversation, which
if they watch, this is the 61st or 62nd episode of this. If anybody has watched more than 10, they should know that is true. We can't have any serious
they know that for sure. But I'd go as far to say that you probably have more serious conversations, because you're a person who doesn't try to have serious conversations very often. With anybody. Yeah. But I'd go as far to say that you have more serious conversations with me.
My girlfriend.
Than anybody else.
With you.
Yes. I mean, I can reenact the conversation. You can be your girlfriend, and I can be you, because I know exactly how you guys talk.
Why are you going with this?
Because I don't think that it's serious for you. Yours are more like, I just want to, like, you text her things like I text my father. I want to go down on you for hours. And hours.
How long do you think I do that for?
What?
How long do you think I go down?
On a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Hours and hours and hours.
Oh, yeah.
Probably about, last night alone, you probably did about 3 hours of just oral sex in there.
Just oral sex.
And your girlfriend, you did about 3 hours of oral sex last night.
And then she went for me. And I said, I'm good.
That's it for me. I'm fine. Are you sure? No.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm good. You go to lick your lips. Oh, man. You know what? I can be very, very, very confident on. This is not a conversation that she would enjoy.
What?
Your girlfriend.
Maybe.
Maybe she would. But I feel like any girl would not enjoy it. Especially if you don't go down on her for 3 hours. She's going to be like, why doesn't David do it?
She gets tired after the first hour, but during hour 2, she's back in.
Then she's like, oh, I'm done. Thanks, Dad. And you go,
I'm not done yet.
And it's weird because, like, she's just laying there and you're going, oh, I'm almost there.
Man.
The idea.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Man, I was certain we had nothing to talk about. And now we're at 53 minutes.
And now I'm very certain that we had nothing to talk about.
Man, at least the next one's going to be a week and a half. Unless this one fucking just corrupted.
Yeah, it's probably corrupted.
If this shit corrupted, I think I'm retiring.
I was so scared this week. I thought that my computer fucking blew up.
Yeah. It was just a power strip? How did you know it was the power strip? I never would have figured that out.
So the night there was a big storm and power shut off on my computer. Everything went off middle of stream. I was like, oh no, what do I do? and I had to put down my water that was pouring on my computer to cool it down. I had to put that down to figure out what was going wrong. And so then I started taking the glass of milk out of the side of the computer that I keep in there at all times. And I was like, what the fuck? I unplugged the power strip. The first thing that I thought was the power strip. I was like, it's got to be the power strip. And I took that, unplugged it, plugged the computer directly into the extension cord. It didn't work. Plugged the extension cord into a different outlet. Tried that. Didn't work. Couldn't get the computer turned on. Just solo. Tried power strip to the extension cord. This and that. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this shit not working? I didn't try too hard that night because it was late and I wanted to sleep anyways. So I went and laid down, fell asleep, masturbated, watched porn for about an hour. Would get really close to busting, then stop.
You don't do that still, do you?
No, yeah, every time.
Do you really?
No, not actually. I'd say this: the last few times I've masturbated, it's only been about 10 minutes. 10 hours.
It's only taken half my day.
No, it's only taken about 10 minutes. Last few times I've just been getting those loads out.
Yeah, that's just what it is for me. It's just like, get them out.
Just get them out. But I just feel, because the thing is, I feel so good while doing it, and then once I just blow those children everywhere, I just like, I get sick to my stomach. It's like somebody like, after I do it, it's like I always think that somebody's been stepping on my stomach for a while and taking pictures of me.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, I always think like I did something very bad. Like it always,
what, naughty? Like you did something naughty?
Like I stole like some candy and then they like hit me in my stomach and then goo came out. That's what it feels like every time I masturbate.
When I on South Park, when just they had internet shortages throughout the whole country, so only specific places in the country they had like tents set up for like internet usage, and everybody only got a certain amount of time.
Yes,
but Randy just needed to masturbate, and like he was in there for whatever, and then like he covered the whole room with cum. Yeah, I mean his reaction, like a ghost, ectoplasm, ectoplasm. And he's just covered head to toe with semen. And his wife is just so upset with him. Man, I mean, I laughed so hard. South Park, I think, really molded me.
Yeah, I think so too.
I honestly think I've thought about all the people in like if I could meet any influential person, if I met like Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Oh, and I thought you were going to say Will Smith for sure. That would caught me off guard.
If they said like they liked anything that I did, I think I would start crying. I think I would. If I met Will Smith, I think I would start coming. I'm sorry, I messed up there. What did I say?
Something stupid.
Yeah.
Then you said something really relatable.
Then I got behind you.
Yeah, you said some dumbass shit. Then you said some shit. I was like, damn, that's some shit I would say.
You gotta cut your hair.
If you met Will Smith, you'd come. That's exactly what I would say. Well, what I do is...
Did I get their names right? It's Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yes.
It's not Trey Stone and Matt Parker.
No,
I didn't think so.
Do you know who Matt Stoney is?
No. Do you know who Trey Parkey is? Fucking idiot.
No, I'm pretty sure that his name is Matt Stoney, but he eats big things. He eats really big stuff. No, he doesn't. If I met that guy, that would blow my mind.
Trey Parkey. He rides really big rides. He goes to different parks.
No, actually, there is this guy.
Fucking idiot.
There's this Asian American guy. He
just say Asian.
Yeah, this Asian guy.
I almost said a racial slur. Just say this.
But he like eats a foot-long burrito by himself in like a record amount of time. He has like 14 world records.
Speaking of racial slurs and Asians,
Yes.
I was watching the Tiger Belly podcast. Kalila, I guess last week, not this current week, but last week, Kalila said some shit where everybody, their whole community was really upset with her. Like the video got more dislikes than likes. This is blowing over. But yeah, everybody was really upset with her and like just said she was like wrong, tale their opinion. I didn't listen to that podcast. I watched I watched the next podcast and it started off with Bobby saying like, if anybody who, you know, had any opinions, didn't like my girlfriend's opinion or whatever, he was like, fuck you, you can leave. We don't care. Don't watch, don't listen, or something like that. So he basically said, you know, fuck everybody.
Yes.
Kalila might even apologize for whatever she said. I don't know what she said. I didn't watch any of it. But I think it has to do with Black Lives Matter movement and like stuff around that.
Okay.
I don't know, but she got some fucking hate. And then I went on the Reddit and half the sub is saying shit like, man, Tiger Belly's just changed. Like, Kalila is just ruining Bobby, just like not letting him do shit. And then the other people are like, it's just the same podcast, people. Like, nothing's changed. Like, it's just people are in quarantine. It's just
the issue is like, right, is when something doesn't fit, like, comedy is subjective, right?
Yeah.
And when
you're talking about something that we don't know what she said. I have no idea what she said.
But in general, this is the thing, right? Yeah. Is that it's all funny until it's something that hits closer to home. Yeah. And I think that this is a subject that hits closer to home to most people. So I think that people try to be funny or talk about it. It like hits home for more people, therefore pissing off more people. And it's just, that's probably why.
Probably should cut this.
So, yep, that's it for this video. Peace out,
later,
motherfuckers.
We gotta go. Can't finish that point.